G'day yoga lovers, it's Mike. Welcome back to my channel. Guys, this is a free channel, but if you'd like to donate, there's links in the description. Guys, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about yin yoga and what we're trying to do here. So in a normal yoga practice, we're trying to strengthen and lengthen and heal the muscle. So if you imagine the red part of the muscle here, we're trying to work on in Hatha. In Yin, we actually do work on this as well, but we work on the insertion points, how the muscle inserts into the bone, okay? And they're the white part. So if you imagine a steak there, you've got the red bit, that's nice and yummy, even though I'm vegetarian. And then the white parts, the insertion points, the gristly bits, if you like. And that's what Yin Yoga is targeting. We're trying to keep the stretch. So when we first start a stretch, we'll feel it in the belly of the muscle first, and then it'll start to kick into the insertion points. And that takes some time. There's very little blood supply in the connective tissue, and we have to be really super careful. So when we approach any yoga practice, especially Yin, we have to be super mindful, super slow, super respectful, but that in itself is quite meditative and calming and cooling and beautiful. So people really like it. Discomfort is normal, but discomfort when we stretch is usually slow to rise, it's general in nature, and it's slow to fade away. That's perfectly permissible and fine. What is not acceptable and we want to avoid completely is the pain, which is very sharp and quick. If you have any sort of sharp white pain that's very quick to rise, you're not in yoga anymore. You're in something else. So you need to get out of that pose and readdress it or reapproach. So yeah, that's just a little bit of education for you. So let's go. We'll drop in the sutras today. I still haven't decided what stretching we're going to do. Maybe Nadi can tell us. So let's line our back first. This is Nadi. If you're new, guys, this is Nadi, my little French bulldog, and he likes to do yoga. He actually doesn't like to do yoga. He just likes to be in front of the camera. And on your back, guys, lying on your back, knees bent, soles of the feet on the mat, nice and long neck, back of hands on the mat. This opens up the chest, slide the chin towards the chest. You don't need a pillow. I kind of like a pillow every now and then. Clear the throat through the nose. And then form your Ujjayi breath. I might try it without the pillow today and see how we go. You can see the breath in my belly. Just breathing in nice and slow. It's a ribbon of breath, guys. It's creamy, smooth, consistency, nice and long. It's beautiful. Every exhale, feel the body sink into the mat. The muscles release on the exhale all on their own. I might do seal pose today. That's kind of cool. Good job, guys. And then we'll go into a body scan, so bring your awareness to the big toes of both feet. Drawing a line through the arches to the heels, outer edge of the feet, to little toes, remainder of the toes, tops of feet. Feel the pulse in the veins, tops of feet. And then ankles. And then shins and calves. And then knees. Then thighs and hamstrings. And then hips, lower back, and buttocks nice and heavy. back imprints, belly sinks. Feeling the diaphragm hollow out, lift inside the ribcage, middle back imprints. And then upper back imprints. Shoulders are wide, the arms heavy, neck is long. The jaw is soft, the eyes soft, and everything soft. Feeling the pulse in the body. Good job, guys. We'll drop in some sutras. Nice and relaxed. When we're relaxed, we become expert receivers. So much easier to drop in affirmations and what we want. All our evolutionary desires, not hedonistic. We want to drop those in when we're relaxed, okay? So feeling out your solar plexus just below the belly button there. And if you want, you can bend your elbows out wide and rest your fingers there. We draw up the sutras from the sky down. So the first sutra is purity. 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 Second sutra is nourishment. 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 Third sutra is charm. 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 And the fourth sutra is merging. 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 Purity. Nourishment, charm, merging, purity, nourishment, charm, and merging. So we drop in those sutras, guys. We drop in purity so that we train our body energetically to release any toxicity, even with emotions. Okay, nourishment's the opposite. We want to draw in and extract every bit of goodness out of the food we eat and life experiences. Charm has been able to attract loving relationships and have a body and mind and spirit that's willing to receive those relationships so that we feel that sense of merging and connectiveness to people. Beautiful, guys. Stretch your arms overhead. And then come to a kneeling position. So we're on our hands and knees. We're going to walk our knees away and drop into a knee-based plank. And then exhale, lengthen through the armpits. Inhale, chin tucked, round your back, plank. And then exhale, round your back, plank. Exhale, plank. Exhale. Just keep going, guys. Oh, Nadi's awake. Hi, baby. Exhale. Excuse me. Plank. Exhale. Can you get your bum out of my face, please? Thank you very much. Alright, guys, I'm going to do cat-cow. I'm just going to have to rotate Nadi. I'm going to have to rotate Nadi. He's got great hips, by the way. He's got great hips. We'll walk our knees towards our hands. We're going to inhale, drop your belly. It's going to roll around again. And then exhale, hips tucked, chin tucked, around your back. Inhale, drop your belly. And then exhale, round your back. Inhale, drop your belly. Exhale, round your back. Inhale. Exhale. So guys, if your dog sleeps on his back with his belly showing, then that means he's super relaxed. Yeah, we're talking about you, kid. Alright, and then we'll do circles, so widen the knees. I'll show you what it looks like from the front. So super wide knees, super wide hands, and then circles. Alright guys, and then the other direction. Beautiful. And then child's pose, or you can sit upright with your palms on your thighs, just relaxing a little bit. Cool. We're going to do toe stretch, guys, and then maybe seal for our lower back, and maybe waterfall. We can revisit waterfall. Nice, guys. Alright, toe stretch. I'll show you what it looks like sideways. So we're going to tuck our toes, if you can. And I like to make a tight fist, so my fingernails are deep inside the palm and my thumbs face forward. Okay, so we want a tight fist but relaxed. And you want to wiggle your butt just a little bit. And we're going to get a stretch. Most of you will feel a stretch just by pushing down and forward with the hands. You can walk them away a little bit as well. And that just keeps that pressure on. Now, don't do this just yet because we want to sort of graduate towards it. But eventually what you'll do, after every 5 to 10 exhales, you're going to slowly walk your hands up. You're not going to go this fast. And this sends the torso weight right down into the hips, the buttocks, and then through the ankles into the toes. This is very intense because we're sending our full torso weight through into the toes. This is a maximum stretch. We're getting a stretch in the arches as well. But really you want to stay here. Most of you will end up maybe kind of here. Yeah, and that's fine. So the shoulders are well in front of the hips. It's fine. Totally fine. Now I just like to close my eyes, draw the chin to chest, nice long neck. Eyes soft. Maybe getting the shoulders away from the ears, guys. And I'm gonna come upright. I'm pretty used to this one. And you'll feel the balls of the big toes definitely stretching. That's the first to feel it. Then it'll transition into the arches. You'll feel it in the other toes as well. But it's quite intense on the big toes. This is really important because we want those of you with flat feet have a very inactive arch. So by stretching it, we sort of give it the flexibility it needs to kind of lift. I've seen a lot of people sort of turn their flat feet from here to maybe just a little bit like that. It's quite extraordinary, it just needs that flexibility. And for those of you that walk on the beach, quite often city dwellers, even people that live up in the tropics that wear shoes all day, when they go on the beach they're heel heavy, but we want to be toe heavy. Our footprint needs to be an even amount, not so heel heavy. And that'll happen in time. I actually think we might approach waterfall a little differently. Oh, and there's Nadi. Look how beautiful he is. He's just so cute. There's a close-up of Nadi in one of our videos. I actually did a video, a really long one, about French bulldogs, and I don't think I showed Nadi once. He slept through the whole thing. He loves his daddy. Whoa. So this stretch is always there. It fades a little, but then new parts come along. So you're doing really well, guys. Maybe a few more breaths. Good job, guys. All right, and then just coming out now. Oh, just bang your feet a little. Nice and easy. All right, let's go into seal. Normally I teach this without a pillow. Oh, hello, baby. Hello, baby. You don't need a pillow here, but what you want to do is zip up your legs and have your elbows directly under your shoulders, which gives you maximum height. Now, what I want you to do is sort of sway side to side and bring your knees, inner thighs to touch and the big toes touch. Now, what happens when we're in this pose is that our glutes, whether you know it or not, actually activate. I'm actually going to tuck my toes just to get rid of that little cramp. You can do the same thing too. You'll notice as you tuck them how much more easeful that is. So what we want to do from here is slowly relax the butt, which means that the heels roll out wide and the thighs might even separate. Just a little, the back of the posterior of the inner thigh. So when we release our glutes, our legs relax, roll out wide, and then we get this lower back stretch. This is actually a back bend where we're opening up the lumbar inside towards the belly. So it feels like a dull kind of stretching sensation, and then from here I slide the chin towards the chest, shoulders slide down the back, and every exhale I'm going to imagine the spine falling into the belly, belly into the mat. And this is where the stretch really comes into its own. This is really quite intense. Now I actually can come up onto my hands, but it's not required today. I might take it easy. But eventually you'll be able to come right up like this, but I don't recommend it because your glutes, if they engage, you're out of the stretch. This is more than enough. So we take a crease out of the back of the neck, crown of the head goes towards the ceiling, let it forward, and every exhale let that lower back relax. So normally when we approach a back bend, especially in hatha, everything's dynamic, our glutes are engaged, thighs are engaged, we're doing standing balancing, but this turns those all off. They get them out of the equation. This is a true back bend here. Just take it easy, guys, because this is really a process of letting go. Every exhale, just feeling that lower back open up. Some discomfort is normal, but pain you want to avoid completely. Just a few more breaths. Now guys, don't move, just look at me. I'll show you how to get out, but wait till I show you completely. You're going to Superman a hand forward, okay? And then roll onto your back. And then pull the thighs to belly. And look how beautifully my cushion is placed. I can't take credit for that. So go for it when you're ready, guys. Oh, Nadi, we're going to join you for Savasana. One more pose, guys. One more pose. Just circles. Beautiful. So waterfall we normally come down into from standing, but we're going to go into it from downward dog. All right. So, come onto your hands and knees. You can cat-cow just a little. It's a little easy now. And then tuck your toes, lift it downward dog. Okay. Actually, we'll just do a preliminary stretch. This isn't strictly yin. We're going to bend one knee and hook the toes of that bent knee into the opposite ankle and straighten that leg. But I don't mind a lock here because the load's not too much. Just this opens up the calf of the straight leg. And then change other side. then change. Now here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to keep our knees bent close to the belly and then walk forward into a forward fold. That is going to be close. And we're just going to hang out. So you can rest your belly on your thighs initially. And we're going to feel a stretch in the lower back. So we're stretching the lower back in a completely different direction. And slowly we're going to bring the weight into our toes. So the heels are still on the mat, but the weight's really in the toes, so our hips will shift forward. And we're literally hanging out. This is waterfall, so the torso is like water spilling out over the edge of the cliff face. If you need a break, you can rest your elbows on your thighs and squat down just a little. Otherwise, just stay as you are. I'm losing my shirt. Losing my shirt, losing my mind. Now the beauty of forward folds is they're cooling and calming. The blood rinses out the brain, which is beautiful. We want that. I'm looking at a scar that I got when I was like 8 years old. I rode my bike purposely into a bush where there was a broken beer bottle. How you doing, guys? Hang in there. So every exhale, we're just letting that belly rest into the thighs if you want. Letting the arms just be really heavy, lengthening through the armpits. Alright guys, and then change. What I want you to do, just slowly, is bend your knees and rest your elbows on your thighs. And then slowly come up. Oh, and I've disappeared. It's just my legs. Good job, guys. Savasana. Oh. See, Nadi was smart. He just went straight to Savasana, didn't he? He's very clever. Nadi, you're amazing. So bring your heels out wide. Letting that lower back imprint. Isn't it interesting how much more the spine is settling into the mat, sort of yielding to the mat? You've earned that, guys. You've done very well. So guys, you can lie here as long as you like. And if the video doesn't run out, I'll pull you out for Namaste. Just enjoy your body, your breath, your pulse, and the openness. Nice, guys. Stretch your arms overhead. Thank you, Nadi. Sway your thighs side to side. Pull the thighs to belly. Come to seated. Beautiful, guys. Thank you, Nadi. Alright, guys. Well, thank you for joining. I'm really enjoying these videos. And, yeah, just enjoy the rest of your day and I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste. Mwah.